Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
There is a great disturbance in the Force.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
What?
Welcome, everyone, to the Four Stroke Podcast. This is episode 52. This is the council, or the remnants of the council thus far. My name is Micah. This is
Sarah.
And
I am Lewis.
I am Lewis.
That's right.
we're missing a couple of the council members today, but you're just going to have to deal with us three.
Yeah.
Tim, Izzy,
Tim and Izzy.
they're out scouring the galaxy.
Scouring.
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 They took scouring pads with them.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So literally scouring.
To clean the ship.
Yeah. The galaxy.
So that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. While we're concentrating on episode
52.
52
52, man.
of the
Swifty.
Force Choke
Force
podcast.
Podcast.
Regular fans talking all things Star Wars logo.
You just have to trust us that it says that behind us.
So,
Quick hide.
oh my god.
So, what do we got new?
Well,
Since our newsman isn't here.
yes, Tim is out. So,
Breaking news.
I heard, Sarah,
Yep.
that you have a treat for us today.
I do.
Ooh.
Yes.
Our honorable Judge Goolsby here has tracked down another celebrity in hopes of digging up any information on the new Star Wars film, The Rise of Skywalker. Sarah, who do you have for us this time?
So, Lewis, I'm glad you asked, but we have to hurry and get to my friend Kevin Smith, because he's a busy man. Oh, yeah. He's
Silent
a busy
Bob?
man. He's Silent Bob. He's got the Jay and Silent Bob reboot he's working on right now, and he's given us just a few moments of his time. So my first question for you, Kevin, is can you predict for us how The Rise of Skywalker will end? I mean, the official rumor is that you got a sneak peek on the last shot of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, already. Can you confirm or deny that?
I've not seen it, but I was on set. I went to London at one point and visited the set. JJ invited me because I had the heart attack. He was like, when I had the heart attack, he wrote me and he was like, you got to pull through, man, so you can come visit Star Wars. And I was like, can I be in it? I pulled through, and I was the kind of asshole that wrote him back to be like, remember what you said? And he was like, come on out. So I got to hang out and be there on set. And there was a scuttlebutt about a set there at Pinewood, a big set that they were like, you have to see this. When you see it, it'll melt your mind. And I was like, what was it? And they were like, ask JJ. And so I asked JJ, I was like, they keep telling me I should see the set. And he goes, don't. I said, why? And he goes, it's the last shot of the movie. So I was like, well, now I really want to see it. And he goes, you don't want this spoiled. You want to be in a theater when this happens, trust me. And then other people on the crew were like, bro, I wish I hadn't seen it. I'm glad I did. He's going, but it will melt your mind. So for that reason alone, man, and as inquisitive as I am and curious as I am, I desperately wanted to go look. But like when you talk to the magician's like, trust me on this one. You know, sometimes as human beings, we want to know how they pulled a rabbit out of the hat. But JJ's such a magical magician that I'm just like, you know what? Do it. Trick me. I'll wait and get tricked. Even though I could have seen what it was, I was like, I'll sit back. I like your plan. He's never let me down so far. So it's there. There are people in the world that know what the last shot is, even if the movie's not fully cut together at this point. I'm not one of them.
Wow, Kevin, I bet that was a real tough decision for you. So tell us, did you really want to see that set? I mean, it's the very end of the fantastic journey of Star Wars, and you've got the opportunity to see it before everyone else.
I wanted to so bad. It was because of him. He's such a nice dude. He's such a sweet guy. He said it with such sincerity. It wasn't like, bro, don't do this. He was just like, you don't want to do this. You want to see this in a movie theater. Like, and he said it as a film fan. And at that point, I was like, I hear you. I heard it as a film fan.
All right, everyone. So Kevin's signaling me that he's got to run. But we thank him for his time today. Thanks, Kevin. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Stop by again anytime.
Just want to say real quick the irony of getting an interview from a guy that goes by the name Silent Bob.
I know, right? Sarah, I gotta hand it to you. You
pulled it in
again.
Delivered
Very
again
good,
after
right?
time after time.
Honorable Judge Goolsby, the last line of defense, has always pulled through with major celebrities, getting us and tracking down what they have to say in any news. Yeah. So, what do you think?
Having said that, I think that brings the question. It's like a question that we have to define for ourselves. It's like, say we get the opportunity. Say we know J.J. Abrams on a personal level. Say we get to visit Pinewood Studios. Say we're given the opportunity that, like, you can watch the movie in all of its splendor, but, short of the trailers. Like, you can go into the movie, watch it fresh, and have that experience to have your face melted in front of everybody. Or you can go behind that door and, like, catch a spoiler for yourself. You're given that choice. JJ has given you that choice. Do you take that choice?
Sarah, do you take the choice to see the last set with them doing the acting on it?
No. I would see the set by itself, like, empty.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be almost... It's kind of like, because you're looking, like, it's like, that was too much, I can't.
Because then when you see it, you're like, oh my god, this is familiar, I've seen this. And then whatever plays through in the movie, you're like, oh, that's what it was meant for. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of like cool and spooky just to see it empty, I feel. I think that would be really cool. I would do it only under that circumstance. Like, if it was just me on the set, nobody else, nobody talking, just want to look at it.
And it would, I don't know what I do in the moment. I really don't, because it's like, wow, if you get to get in there and see it, right? You know how many eyes are going to be on you. Yeah. What is this? Is he going to take something? Oh my god! You know what I mean? Yeah. Does he have a camera? Does he have a cell phone? Is he recording anything with his cell phone? I mean, do you have to leave your cell phone behind? I mean, being Kevin Smith, I'm sure they're kind of like, just go in if you want. Yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean?
Trust in front of everyone.
Yeah, but like if it was one of us, that nobody knows.
Yeah. Well, that's why I gave it like under the precondition, like your friends are J.J. Abrams.
So
it's kind of like, fine. Say you're Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Would you take that opportunity? Say you're trusted, but nonetheless. It's not for a matter of trying to spoil it. It's not for a matter of getting media attention, but it's just for yourself as a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Nothing else has been ruined for you. Like, you've been able to see, go in there not knowing anything outside of the trailers and outside the little discussions that pop up on the internet, that you get to see it fresh. Like, would you really want to ruin it for yourself, knowing that this is the finale of the last trilogy? This is the finale for the foreseeable future of the Skywalker lineage.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think that, and I wish we would have had a little bit more time with Kevin. Thank you for getting that time that he could. He's a busy guy.
Working on his next movie.
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob. Strike Back.
The reboot.
The reboot.
Strike Back again.
I wonder how much of everything that he saw there. So he went to Pinewood Studios. I wonder if there were other sets that he got to see.
He saw something.
He saw stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there was this other set. And if JJ were to come to, if I was Kevin Smith and JJ were to come to me, and I already seen maybe like 2 other sets, and he's like, no. You don't want to see this one. Mm-hmm. Don't see this one.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was already like, I got to see all this great stuff over here. Yeah. I think me personally, I would have been like, you know what, JJ? Like Kevin said, I'm going to take your word for it. Mm-hmm. Blow my mind, melt my face. You know what I mean? Indiana Jones, melt my face.
I was about to say, I was like, and what degree of melting the face are we going to have? Is it Indiana Jones or?
Yeah, so, Kevin Smith being a major Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I could see him wanting to wait, and then that just building more of an anticipation for what is the set look like? Yeah. What is the location? Where will they be? Who's going to be on the set? Mm-hmm. What characters are going to be on the set? If there are even any. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some sets themselves are the character. You know what I mean? So, You know, maybe, you know, we talked about, you know, on our last podcast, episode 51, should they have an end of the credits scene? But maybe instead of putting it at the end of the credits, they push it towards the end of the movie. Kind of how like they did on The Last Jedi. They had Broom Boy. Yeah. They could have put that at the end of the movie, at the end of the credits.
Sure.
But maybe they thought of doing that and just scooted it at the end of the film itself. You know what I mean? And maybe it's something of that nature that JJ's like, you know, when you see this, it's going to melt your face right off.
Maybe.
Just something to think about, you know. What about you, Micah? You really didn't answer that. You kind of like proposed what.
Oh, of course I did. It's so hard. It would probably take, you know, every slither of strength within me to not destroy that for myself as much as I would want to. Get the hell out of the way! You know, I'm going to make my way in there. I don't think. I mean,
I'm directing this thing.
I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that spoiled for me. Yeah. Very much like I know I've told a few people before how episode 7 in a sense was kind of spoiled for me. I was waiting in one of the last huge movies to have to wait in line, not have reserved seating for, waiting at 8 o'clock in the goddamn morning and having someone spoil it for me. Like, that sucks, especially having to wait that entire amount of time.
So for people who don't know about that experience that you've had, because the last time you mentioned it was, oh man,
it was a while back.
It was a while back.
It's a repressed memory, thanks.
Just
appreciate it.
Just real quick, just mention, you know, what exactly happened to you, so they know.
So at least for anyone who's watching across the world, other parts of the states, we finally got reserved seating with Alamo Drafthouse and the local movie theaters, and we hadn't had that but for a few years now. And I think Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, was probably one of the last huge movies before they went to reserved seating. So if you want to watch the film, if you want to be one of the first people to see it, you had to be waiting outside to get good seats the night before, the morning of.
Whatever the weather was, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, exactly. And so we had this plan that we'd take shifts to watch the movie because our showing was a second IMAX showing, which was, I think, 10:30 at night. So we're going to see it the morning. We were going to see it the night before. We were going to wait the night before, and then it didn't look too bad, so we waited for the morning of. But still, being in line at 8 o'clock in the morning to watch a movie that's 14 hours later, it's a bit crazy. So anyway, around 9 o'clock or so, a couple other people for our showtime started to come. I think it was me and our buddy Bobby, and I think we were like 2 and 3 pretty much. People waiting in line, the second and third person waiting in line. Anyway, a woman comes up. And she's mad. She's talking, and we're just like, okay, whatever. And then she comes up to us. It's like, I have friends in Australia, and they started posting spoilers online. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it shows a scene where it shows Han Solo getting pierced with Kylo Ren's lightsaber. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, because I was, you know, thought she had. I mean, no disrespect to her, even though it still pisses me off.
It's kind of shit.
You know, yeah, because it's like, okay, she's gonna tell us like she was upset. I get it. I can you know, sympathize with you to an extent. And then when you start to tell me the actual scene, like, it's taking every inch of me not to hit her. Almost. Because it's like, why would you do that? This is something we never even knew we were gonna get as far as episode 7, and now I'm having one of the most profound moments of the movie being
in the whole
for me.
Saga, really.
Yeah.
You know,
because I actually I had something in mind that something like that would happen. At the very least, that I thought Han was going to be his father, but I didn't know.
Yeah,
I only wanted that confirmation when seeing it on the screen, and someone's telling me that, and then also saying he's going to die, also by his hand. It's just like compounded. It's like.
That being said, Micah,
go away from me.
If you did choose to see this final set, would you punch yourself in the face for spoiling it for yourself?
Probably.
Yeah.
But my face is melted off, so I wouldn't be able to see it anyway.
It's just mush.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to bring me in a wheelbarrow. I'm gonna be a soup. Yeah. Because my face is gonna be melted off. I'm just gonna be a human soup bag.
Oh god.
Trying to watch it.
Yeah. You're gonna be like Indy. Don't open your eyes, Marion.
Don't open them.
Oh my god. So
yeah.
Sarah, you would or wouldn't?
I don't know.
You still on I don't know. So let's say let's say you were there right now.
It's like we don't want to know.
Yeah.
We need to know.
JJ.
I wouldn't want to ruin it for myself.
No.
Yeah, no. If it wasn't like what she said, where like the set is the scene, and you know, you just.
Like, let's say that you finally made the decision. You're like, you know what, JJ, I respect your opinion.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if he tells me don't.
I have to see it. And they open the doors, and then you see like them kind of like practicing out a scene.
Oh God!
Would you walk back out?
Yeah.
You'd walk back out. You're like, you know what, JJ, forget it. Forget it. Forget it.
No.
Forget it.
No.
Yeah.
I would do one of these.
I didn't see anything.
But
even them like doing a training scene, like not realizing when they showed us that behind the scenes for The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah.
They did. We were like, oh, they're just practicing, but like, no, that was actually Kylo Ren fighting the Praetorian Guard. That was Rey fighting the Praetorian Guard. Obviously not, obviously not in costume or anything. But like, wait a minute, they actually showed us this before. Why the hell would they do that?
Yeah.
it's out of context, but still kind of in.
But you're still kind of seeing it. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So going back, it's like, you bastard.
And I think that's great. You know what I mean? I'm glad that he was able to do that, even, especially after he said he had a heart attack. You know what I mean?
I think it was like a year ago almost now.
So it's like, oh my
I
gosh.
thought it was more recent. Maybe I'm wrong.
If it's been a year, it hasn't been much longer than that.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching that episode where he was on the Joe Rogan podcast and he was talking about that.
Yeah.
And like, because he was doing a couple of comedy sets, I forgot where, but he did the first one that he was trying to relax or something, and then he started like experiencing these things. He's like, no, I'm still gonna do it. And then like, I guess he like fainted on the ground.
Oh wow.
And they're like, no, bro, you gotta go.
Yeah.
We're just gonna take you to the hospital.
Yeah.
And just everything he had to do to come back for his health after that.
Yeah. Wow. That's tough. That's tough. But I mean, I'm glad he's able to stop by. But I don't know. That's we're so close to the last Jedi. Sorry, the Rise of Skywalker.
Bite your tongue,
We've already
sir.
seen the Last Jedi. So the Rise of Skywalker. So
We're getting there.
we're getting there. How long away? Is
I mean,
it now?
yeah, we're staring down August, so
Yeah. So
And
let's say
it's-
we're August already.
let's just say 4.5 months.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit longer than that, but
Did you already request the day off?
yeah.
Me too.
Sarah?
You haven't requested the day off?
No, can we? Already? Can we see December? Can we see December?
Wow.
We talked about this.
Star Wars fan right here.
We
Number
talked
one.
about this. I
Number
requested
one.
off. I requested off for October. I didn't know we could see December yet. Okay.
I have a handwritten. Well, we have a handwritten calendar in the
Who's
back.
that?
I can't speak to him.
No, we
But
don't.
we have a handwritten calendar
don't
that we
have-
put a request on too.
Yeah.
We have the computer.
So I was like,
Jerk.
I know, right? That's funny.
God. We legit. We talked about that like 3 days ago.
see, he's evil. I'm being sincere. I requested that all.
Yeah.
No, I haven't yet. I need
As
to.
soon as it's available.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be going on
Thursday.
the Thursday
Thursday.
that it releases. Hopefully, do they have matinees on the Thursday?
Well, that's pretty much the amount.
I think it
The
depends.
7?
Well, I don't think they'll show before 7, but sometimes when they're trying to break records, they'll keep on. Because at first it was 12:01 on the day of, so they
Yeah.
can legally say, no, this was the actual
On the
day
day.
it opened.
Yeah.
And then I think probably, I don't know who initiated it, but then you probably had the people who own the movie saying like they wanted to, extend it a little bit, open it sooner,
Yeah.
so they can make more money for the opening weekend or for the
The opening week.
overall.
Yeah.
Gross box office.
Yeah, so like, because you start to see 11 o'clock showtimes, you start seeing 10 o'clock showtimes, then you start to see that they'll open up with a 7 and a 10, and then after they sell out so quickly, then there'll be like a 7:05, a 7:55,
Yeah.
a 7, they'll start opening
So
up.
we're gonna try to get the earliest showing
I
possible.
say around the 7 or
Yeah.
8 o'clock, kind of because they already showed us for Avengers,
Yeah.
Endgame,
Okay.
that they already had. Because I know they opened up more, but they had like 10 showtimes.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, we can do 7:30.
So, with this being a big movie, not just for us, but for all Star Wars fans, maybe we should do a giveaway.
I'm thinking so too.
Tickets?
Tickets? A ticket giveaway?
No.
That's a great idea,
Yeah?
Sarah.
Okay.
You
gonna
have
be in
a
charge of
great.
it?
No,
I'm
no.
gonna
Okay.
stab you.
That is one of the best ideas that I've heard on this show.
Yeah.
And Sarah, thanks for bringing it to the table.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
fantastic idea. I swear to God, I should stop telling you my ideas
Wait, why?
off the screen because we had this conversation yesterday.
Oh,
And I
seriously?
came up with this.
Oh, shit!
But Lewis has his knack for anybody watching this. Lewis has his knack for anything I say. If it's, I guess, good enough, that he'll pass it off as his own or somebody else's. And if
Mostly somebody else.
or if someone says it after me, they're like, you know what, Sarah, that was a great idea. Tim, that was a great
It's
idea.
a genius level idea, Sarah.
Oh.
I
I'm just like,
I couldn't have done it
Best
myself
idea.
any better. So,
Sorry.
for anybody listening, right? We don't know how many tickets should we give away? Like a pack of.
well, because kind of do a giveaway, so y'all got to keep on watching the videos. Might be a couple like watch the movie with the Force Choke podcast. I was thinking. I mean, I think I said 3 yesterday, but
I mean, we could do 4
Let's take
for
a
a
we
row.
family.
would have, and I was.
No, that's too
I
much.
did kind of say something to that effect,
To
but
take
I
up a
think
row?
we would have to double check because sometimes I think they do have a limit for how many tickets an individual could buy. So maybe it's like we pull in our money and I buy all the tickets for us, and then you buy all the extra seats or whatever as a second account. So like, as soon as they open up, like we're buying these things.
What row are we getting?
Yeah.
We'll buy out the whole row, and we can do the rest as.
You remember that for The Last Jedi? I was in Belfast. It was like 4:00 in the morning when they gave the ticket, and I was like,
yeah.
I don't want this ticket, you understand? I know I'm gonna be home, damn it, I need this ticket.
So so let's do a great giveaway. We'll figure out whether we're going to take up a whole row. I mean, how many are in a row? Like
I think it's like
there's
16 or 17.
Yeah,
16,
depending.
17?
18.
I say we get the bigger theater, so if we have the bigger theater, I think
Holy crap.
there's like
Yeah.
17, 18. Well, because, and I know we've talked about this before, and especially that seeing these huge movies, especially for these fans, a lot of the times it's the fans that are watching it for these early premieres. It's not someone like, oh, I really want to watch this, but I'll wait after it dies down. But when you get to watch these premieres, when you get to watch them the day before it comes out, like the matinee showings or whatever, like the experience of getting it to watch it with fans.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I remember when we watched Rogue One, I think we watched that actually on Friday in the afternoon.
Yeah, I think
but there's
so.
enough fans in there, like, when the hallway got dark, and I was like, Lewis,
Uh-huh.
he's gonna do it. And
He's gonna do it, yeah.
He ignites his saber, and it's all red. And I was like,
everybody's excited.
I'm freaking out. Like, but you get that
The
watching the
emotion,
premiere with other fans going through the same thing
Because
like,
they're wanting to be there
Exactly.
as soon as it, And so, well, with our group, right, there's 5 in the council. And then, Sarah, you would have a +1. I would have a +1.
Maybe +2.
+2.
Historian.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Whoa.
Historian and DJ.
Yeah.
Wookie.
There you go.
Wookie.
Wookie?
Move along.
So that's 5, 6, 7. And plus my +1, that would be 8.
8. And, yeah.
Initially 8. So then that would mean another
10-ish.
10-ish
We
for
do 10 ticket giveaway?
for our group.
It's like, God, Sarah.
So we'll see. I mean, we still have all the way. They're not going to start selling them until December, anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have. So we have a lot of time to
So
get that
just
situated.
So just stay in tune with us. We'll have promotions. There will be something that you'll have to do to get the tickets, but
Yeah, maybe we
I'll say
can
at the
give
very least 3, 4, 5 tickets at least.
an official Force Choke podcast T-shirt.
Yeah, it'd be more than
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be more than
You know
just
what I
that.
mean?
And,
Yeah.
and then we all, because I know that one time we all like went to get pizza afterwards.
Yeah. No, that was fun.
Because
When
it's
was
not
that?
just.
After Rogue
I think it was Rogue
went
One. I don't
to
think you were
Peter Piper's?
part of the crew.
Wow.
And just well, I don't think we didn't have the podcast running at the time either.
Yeah, y'all did.
Did we?
Y'all had the podcast for a while before.
I know we have, but how long has it been since Rogue One's been out?
Oh, that's what, 2-3 years?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Remember that 2017?
I'm not too sure.
Either way,
Anyways.
Yeah, no, because I think we started the podcast a couple months after that, because that came out in December.
Oh, okay.
And I think
maybe
the
you're
podcast
right.
started like 2 months or 1 month after that.
Okay, maybe you're right.
But anyway, so getting that experience, and that's why I was saying the larger theater, that's why we're wrapping around to this.
Yeah.
You get, people who want to be there. Even just seeing the title screen, people are freaking the hell out.
Yeah.
But, so getting to see that, getting the experience, but also, what's a movie? What's a Star Wars movie? What's a Star Wars experience? If you can't engage with your friends after the fact and talk about it, that's very much the reason why we're having this podcast, today.
Yeah.
Is so we can talk about this. Just regular people shooting the shit, talking about things that matter. Star Wars.
Well, that's not what it says. It says, what did it say, sir?
Regular fans talking all things.
Well, they can't see that, so they're gonna have to take my word for it. Or your
And shooting the shit.
Yeah.
They see Rehan Rhino. Look at REHI and no stop Rhino. There you go. Force Choke podcast Rhino. Rhinos.
Rhinos?
Rhino.
Force choke pass. Rhino.
Pukase. Okay.
But so I'm looking forward to that movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Some of the pictures we've seen from Vanity Fair, what Kevin Smith just described to us, even some of the talent that's on the show, they posted pictures on their Instagram or commented on it. They're looking forward to it being released, so we can see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun. And like Kevin Smith said, and which made me feel really great, was he trusts JJ, and JJ's never let him down.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling really good about this movie, at least right now. A lot of people.
For now.
Well, yeah.